What's up guys, welcome back. Kinda part 2 of the new Lightsworn Link monster again. I've already made a video about a more pure Lightsworn version, well, a little bit of Twilight as well with the BLS and a couple of dark monsters, you know, the Predaplant engine. But the somewhat of a second part here is more focused on, first of all, a Grinder Golem, as you already saw in the title. But again, Grinder Golem, Link format, again going to be abused, and the fact that Grinder Golem is like a 1 card into the new Link Lightsworn monster just makes it that more powerful, right? And then, yeah, this is like a 60 card build featuring, yeah, you know, all the lovely stuff like triple Kofu, the double BLS, the zombie engine. This time I'm playing the Lone Fire into the Predaplant engine. Since you know the Predaplant, your Cobra is also like a quote-unquote 1 card, well, if you count in the discard card as well, a second card needed for that second monster. Pretty much like a 1 card, again, that Link Lightsworn monster, as you probably already know. 60 cards. Yeah, just so many engines, right? The new Lightsworn monster is just too good. Again, for Grinder Golem is not here in the main deck. The first couple of replays are with the same deck that I already featured in a previous video, like regular pure Lightsworns with a couple of dark monsters as well. But yeah, Grinder Golem here, again, the biggest downside of Grinder Golem is, again, you're somewhat sacrificing your normal summon for it, and second of all is that it's very vulnerable to disruption, to hand traps, and of course, you're somewhat dedicating a lot of extra deck space for, you know, the Grinder Golem package, as I like to call it. Well, it depends on you. I have a couple of replays ready to showcase it, how far you want to take it with, you know, the Grinder Golem upgrade. You know, like upgrading all the Link monsters, the tokens, etc. But yeah, again, that's all up to you. How many cards you want to put in your extra deck just because of Grinder Golem. Okay, let's see a couple of example games. Okay, first example here, a very short one. Again, this is like the Lightsworn build featured in a previous video. I will leave a link in the video description. Standard Grinder Golem combo into the Magician, bounce it back, drop it again, and now the easiest way is, again, tribute your token for the Link Kuriboh, and boom, that's like 3 different monsters, well, with the same attribute but different type. Again, Cybers, I believe, in there, the token as well, and the Magician being the spellcaster. But I quit the replay here, since the second replay here is pretty much the same combo. Well, again, but it's like, again, if you're playing the new Security Dragon, I believe its name is, it's like a small firewall dragon of, you know, mutual link, bouncing back something to your hand, so getting back the Grinder Golem and drop it again. Go for Firewall Dragon, again, those monsters need to be in your extra deck, so again, sacrificing some space, but a mutual link with the Magician, that leaves me, again, sending the top 4 cards of my deck to the graveyard thanks to Magician and the mutual link with Firewall Dragon. And you know, because of this, and because of, yeah, you having the Firewall Dragon on the field, you can use your Firewall Dragon not once per turn effect, again, special summoning multiple monsters from your hand to the field. And, well, this all depends, right, on which cards you mill with the Lightsworn Link monster, or which monsters you opened with. But again, the same plays still matter, and that's go for your Grinder Golem, and depending on how many cards you put in your extra deck for that Grinder Golem package, if you opt for Security Dragon as well, for Firewall Dragon as well, this is definitely an option. Again, the last Grinder Golem drop will give you 2 tokens, and you can instantly go from there with, you know, tributing one of those tokens for the Link Kuriboh in your graveyard, and after that, immediately, as you saw in a very short first replay here, immediately go for your, yeah, your Link Lightsworn monster, and then, yeah, go from there, right? Okay, now for the zombie part of the video. Like 60 cards, but again, the deck is definitely not finalized. Feel free to leave suggestions. Like, there are so many differences, so at least so many possibilities I want to try out here with this new Lightsworn monster. Malicious heroes as well, mass change, yeah, that lovely stuff. Yeah, anyway, go for the first turn Lightsworn monster. You know, the Cobra next to Grinder Golem is that quote-unquote one card into the new Lightsworn Link monster. And then, yeah, again, depending on what you send to the grave, either Mizuki, Fairy Tail Snow, maybe Phyllis, the Lightsworn Phyllis, Wolf, maybe, Mizuki, yeah, the zombie part. It's all up to you, right? And, you know, you have to be somewhat lucky. But that's Lightsworn, guys. Lightsworn, there is a lot of luck involved with Lightsworns. You know, with the milling, etc. Ghost Ash insta-staple here, dropping it, I believe, on the trade-in. That's definitely a -1 for the opponent, but still he has many options, or at least many more options to come. Well, Raigeki is definitely one of them, but that doesn't really matter. Again, I can somewhat recover thanks to Tricklown and the heroic... is it Challenger? I believe it's Challenger, right? Or at least am I... yeah, whatever. Go for Fairy Tail indeed, go for Trishla, and this should be game, right? Indeed, Mizuki's still in the graveyard and he's entering the scoop phase. All fine and dandy if it works out, right? But this time the opponent goes first, and that's a little more difficult. You know, your opponent has a chance to set up if you want. Well, as an invoked player, it's very awkward to, you know, open the duel, since fusion summoning first turn is really awkward again. Unless your opponent has like the hand trap, right? Maybe Ghost Ogre as the light needed for Makaba. Anyway, used Charter Library Grade. Hope you get lucky with the mills, maybe Mizuki or something like that. Brilliant Fusion again. I have to play or no hand traps indeed, no Masterpiece as well, since I was able to, I believe, prevent my opponent from eventually getting the, you know, the Draco Field spell, etc. And put one of his monsters face down, and eventually go over the Link Lightsworn monster again. Very easy again. I believe I used Proxy Dragon as another light monster. I believe, yeah, indeed, that should have been the case. Drop the Glow Bulb, go for Trishla again. Trishla legal, no errata, but again, get some nice pluses, and I think I should be able to attack for a game. Again, drop, no, I'm not really sure about this. Yeah, this should be game indeed. I'm confusing with the last replay. Yeah, mixing it with the last replay. But again, Michael and eventually another Mizuki puts that Uni-Zombie on my side of the field. And just in case if the opponent survives, I can just use Uni-Zombie main phase 2 as well. Okay. I get to start here, last example, Solar Recharge, try to get 2 draws. Okay, that's the downside, of course, is that this is like a big -1 for me. I lose 1 card, yeah. Of course, he loses 1 as well, but you know, I lose 2. And, but yeah, the advantage of this, okay, the opponent is like 1 hand trap shorter, at least 1 hand trap short, compared to when he did decide to, you know, let me go first, but... Okay, no Ash this time on the summon of the Predaplant engine, and eventually, as mentioned before, multiple times, well, yeah, we can call it like a 1.5 card combo into, you know, the Link Lightsworn monster. Leave the Tricklown on the field. Maybe I should have risked it during my own turn, like go for Minerva, mill 3 cards, maybe hope that I like, yeah, maybe mill something like an extra, like Wolf or Phyllis, and then, you know, have the possibility to potentially go for Omega then, but I just want to make sure to, you know, make Omega and go from there. Here I thought I had the game, that's why I was confused earlier. I thought I had Solitaire in my graveyard to, you know, special summoning the Spirit Master that I just banished back to my side of the field, but that wasn't the case, so I can't attack for the game. But okay, Omega is going to snipe one of his cards, I believe, indeed the diagram, but it's not going to matter too much. His life points are very, very low, so he needs to keep that Alistair in his hand. Drop the Thousand Blades, that's indeed the name I was looking for, but okay, eventually lure it out, go for Decode Darker. I need those 2 extra spaces. Fairy Tail Snow White is eventually going to force out a Megaba, and now I can just attack over it to attack for game, since we know his last card in his hand due to Omega. So again, well, it's not really a finalized build, but again, it's just trying out a new Lightsworn card, and there are so many things you want to try out with this, with all the new support, right? But I'm still waiting on the script errors being fixed for the other cards, like the Cleaveforge, the Burning Abyss, etc. So not me taking Grinder Golem, it's like a high risk, high reward, and the fact that it needs like a lot of extra deck space, I don't think it's worth it. Then again, being the fact that it's like again a one card Link Lightsworn monster, you can definitely contemplate on main decking the Grinder Golem in your main deck, right? There's also a Dark Monster for double BLS in the main deck, so again, so many options. The Eclipse Dragon for, you know, banishing the Judgment Dragon is also definitely an option, but again, it's up to you if you want to main deck those. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Litem signing out. Peace.